Be honest, when you hear retirement, you probably picture a magic number, $1 million. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Retiring with $1 million saved is rare. Not impossible, just not common. And today I'm going to show you why it's rare and why that doesn't mean you're doomed. $1 million is not the average ending. The internet turned retirement into a scoreboard. If you don't hit $1 million, it can feel like you failed, even if you paid off debt, raised a family, survived layoffs, or lived through inflation. But retirement isn't a trophy. It's a math problem with real-world messiness. Income gaps, emergencies, rent spikes, health costs, and the fact that most people are just trying to make it to Friday. So let's do two things. One, zoom out and see how uncommon the $1 million milestone is. And two, build a plan that works even if you never hit it. Why $1 million feels normal but isn't. So why do we think $1 million is standard? Because it's a clean headline, it's a round number, and it makes great content. How I hit $1 million by 30, my $1 million portfolio, Millionaire next door. But most households are not living in that reality. A lot of people start saving late, pause saving during crises, withdraw during emergencies, and never get a high enough income margin to invest consistently. On-screen numbers do not equal normal numbers. The reality. How hard $1 million actually is. Let's make this concrete. To retire with $1 million, you typically need years of consistent investing, not one lucky stock pick. Even if you invest $300 a month, that's meaningful, it's responsible. But it may not become $1 million unless you start early and stay consistent for decades. If you invest $500 to $1,000 a month for a long time, that's when the million becomes realistic for more people. But that level of monthly investing is simply not possible for a lot of households after rent, food, transportation, insurance, kids, and debt. So when someone says, just hit $1 million, what they're really saying is, have enough free cash flow for decades that you can invest at a high rate, without interruption. That's not a character trait, that's often a life circumstance. The 3 biggest reasons most people don't get there. Here are the 3 big reasons $1 million is rare. Here are the 3 big reasons $1 million is rare. Life happens. Medical bills, car repairs, family emergencies, job loss, divorce, moving. Savings is not just about discipline. It's about how many punches you can take without tapping out. Life happens. Medical bills, car repairs, family emergencies, job loss, divorce, moving. Savings is not just about discipline. It's about how many punches you can take without tapping out. Not laziness, often timing plus shocks plus margins. The plot twist, you might not need $1 million. Now here's the part nobody tells you. $1 million is not the retirement requirement. It's a symbol. What you actually need is a plan for income and retirement, a plan for healthcare and housing, and a saving strategy that matches your lifestyle. Some people can retire with less than $1 million if they have lower expenses, they own their home, they have a pension, they live in a lower-cost area, they delay retirement a bit, they use partial work or side income. Other people might need more than $1 million if they have high medical costs, they rent in a high-cost city, they have no guaranteed income. So the question isn't, will you hit $1 million? The question is, what number funds your life? The simple framework: replace the million with a target. Here's a practical way to think about it without getting lost in finance jargon. Step 1. Estimate your yearly spending and retirement. Not your current spending, your retirement spending. Maybe it's $25K, maybe it's $40K, maybe it's $60K. Step 2. Subtract reliable income. That might be government benefits, a pension, or part-time work. What's left is what your savings must cover. Step 3.
Build around a safe withdrawal range, conceptual. There's a common rule of thumb that people use as a starting point. You might withdraw around 3%, 4% of a portfolio per year, adjusted over time.
That means $1 million might support roughly $30K to $40K per year from the portfolio alone, depending on assumptions. If you need $20K from your portfolio, you may not need $1 million. If you need $80K from your portfolio, you may need more. Retirement equals expenses minus reliable income plus a sustainable withdrawal plan.
What to do if you're now thinking, I'm behind? If this is making you anxious, good. Not because anxiety is helpful, but because you're waking up from a myth. Here are 4 moves that matter more than chasing a headline number. 1. Automate the smallest contribution you can sustain. Even $25 a week is a system. Systems beat motivation.
2. Increase savings when life gets easier. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Every raise, increase contributions a little before lifestyle expands.
Don't let debt interest outrun your investments. High-interest debt can erase years of progress. If your debt is expensive, prioritizing it is not falling behind, it's clearing the runway.
4. Protect the downside. Emergency fund, insurance basics, avoiding catastrophic setbacks. Because the biggest enemy of compounding isn't a bad year in the market. It's being forced to cash out at the worst possible time. The real win isn't retiring with $1 million. The win is retiring with options. Options look like being able to say no to a toxic job, being able to handle a medical bill without panic, being able to reduce hours, being able to move closer to family, being able to stop working earlier than you thought. $1 million is one type of option, but it's not the only one. So yes, retiring with $1 million saved is rare, but building a retirement that works without that headline number, that's achievable, and it starts with a plan that matches your reality. If you want, comment my number and tell me your age range, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50. What monthly amount do you think you can realistically invest right now? And I'll reply with a rough, non-judgmental roadmap. Subscribe if you want practical money videos that don't shame you for not living in a spreadsheet.